So guys, you guessed it, married a couple months ago, so now we're on the verge of looking for a house. Now we're looking for a house in this first house hunting tour. Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about a fireplace directly under the TV.
Well, I always thought about heat problems with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's electric though. I'm cooking here. I'll stay and cook all day long. Oh, look at the little porch. I always wanted a little swing.
I think this is pointless.
I don't think so.
Like, I mean, I like the porch, but why put the swing on it? Oh. Let's go to the basement. I mean,
we don't have any kids to have this little plaything. This is super cute.
I mean, basically, it's kind of small for my liking. I mean, it has a bathroom. And I guess, being that this will be. Whoa.
Okay, this is my type of bathroom.
And we have closet, his and hers closet. I can see where this can.
Only thing that I don't like is I don't have a tub.
No, I'm good on that.
But I think one of the larger ones has the new combo bathroom, which is the large garden tub inside of a glass shower. So I'm excited about that. But this is a huge shower. Like, I don't know why it's this big.
His and hers. It's not traditional his and hers either.
Which I love.
Yeah, I'll have to.
So you can have your mess on one side.
So this is 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. I think it's gonna be a full bath in here. Laundry room upstairs. That's very convenient. His and hers. I don't know how I feel about his and hers right here though. These are nice sized bedrooms.
They are actually. No, they were already on.
Like. So. Yeah. So I think what happened was.
I hate all of this wallpaper.
They try to make it to a 70s theme. Yeah, bathroom is.
Yeah, I ain't too impressed with this. And the rooms are smaller.
Yeah, they are. Alright, so let's roll. A huge deck, but it's lengthy. Like you can have this door open and just.
It is a nice deck.
All this damn light. So you walk in the door, boom, table, office. Oh, I like the office. I like the office. Walking up these stairs got tight. All right, first room on the right. This ain't bad. This is a very small room though. But first house, second house. First house, second. This house actually we liked. It's a lot smaller than that one, but it looks better.
We definitely wouldn't do building.
I mean, I think they did a lot to fill space.
Yeah.
They basically did what, I mean, of course, they got to show you what you can do with space. So, I can see that. So they were high.
Look at me and you on the picture already.
His and hers bathrooms. I mean, closets. Shower, bath. His and her sinks that are beside each other, but not that close. Alright. So, let's check the basement in this bad boy. How much bedrooms in this? 4?
This one's 4.
And they got their own bathroom. So who would stay here? This would be like a guest room.
So a lot of homes have a second master now, whether it's for older kids or parents or, you know, whoever.
This is it.
No, of course he's gonna love this basement.
This is it. Like Michael Jackson said.
He wants his man room.
Well, this is it. This is going to be it. Parties, ain't nobody coming down. Have parties on the patio upstairs. Oh boy. The thing I do, I like about don't like the moment is all the stairs I gotta walk up.
Ah, no.
We've seen these before.
But the thing that a lot of townhouses don't have is that additional counter space. So you still have plenty of counter space, and this island is huge.
It's pretty big out. I think this model is flawed because of where they got the stairs. Because this is a small space just to watch TV.
So this is about the size of our room now.
Yeah. Nice bathroom. I don't get why the tubs in the shower.
They're making them like this now for space saving purposes.
That's weird.
However, one of the downfalls is the size of the rooms.
These are small rooms. It's literally a corner.
So this is one of my favorite parts of it. The lookout fireplace. And then you have a little bar.
Yeah.
With the wine fridge.
How often do you be here? Why do I need to take a shower on the top of the floor? Wine fridge is nice. This door open. It's open. And we have a terrace. In my opinion.
And a fireplace.
You can't really feel that fire.
It's a look-through fireplace.
Yeah,
You're being negative Nancy.
I spend money on it, I gotta know what it is. So this is the second house.
And this is a little under 3,000 square feet.
So, townhouse. I'm not too big of a fan of it per se. It's us. I mean, we're just looking at the moment, but I don't know. It's just a lot of no's for me in this one. I mean, and also the space. I'm a stickler on space, and if I can afford space or have space, I'm going to try to get as much space as possible for parking, living, just all of that. Because I don't want to. If I were to get another car, I have to park it outside. So it's a whole big thing about finding parking, and I don't want to deal with that.
And
so
that's one of the negatives of living in a city.
Well, I know that. What I'm saying is, if we
No, I'm telling the viewers because I feel like we're used to space, we're used to land because we're from the South, and that's not something that we have the luxury of having here without dropping $1.5 million. And this is how it generally is.
a lot of focus on the kitchen as well, like our townhomes now. Master bedroom.
Yeah. There's one homie.
Yeah, it does have a home feel to it. Thanksgiving vibe to it.
Grandma used to call this the area when you don't want people coming in your house. This is as far as they go.
if you want anything.
I was gonna say it's not liquid. I know it wasn't liquid.
I was about to drink.
This is nice. So this is like a smaller version of that second house we went to that had the
Mm-hmm.
blown up.
I'm not a fan of those.
Those tiny tubs.
Yeah.
Me either. Still a decent bathroom.
Yeah. This tile, that thing there, I don't like that.
The molding.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't like that. I'm sure that's probably an add-on, like a upcharge.
Sure.
Ensuite.
Alright, so let's get out of here. We go to the next house.
So this is essentially 4 bedrooms because the office space can be used as a bedroom or office.
Shower's in here. One game table. Whoa. Look at this. Whoa. Oh, these double doors, are these like a option, right?
No, they're standard.
You standard?
Double doors and double closets in this room.
Okay.
His and her closets. Both walk-ins.
I do hate these showers.
Just kind of gives a little character.
Yeah. So still a nice size room. How's the closet?
Small. That's good. That's little girl's room.
Quite a bit bigger.
490 house. So to be in the mid fives with any of those houses, I mean, you could still put
Right.
a lot of bells and whistles in it.
All right. So we're at the end of the video. Decided we want. I decided I want to sit down and talk about the whole housing thing. Well, the house that I liked the most was probably the first one. The first kitchen. I liked the. I just didn't like the second house. I liked the kitchen in the first house, the basement in the third house, and also basement in the last house. Selling points for me are, I guess, the basement. And
But keep in mind that the houses are staged.
yes.
So whether you pick the house or not, you're not getting the things that were your quote unquote selling points.
Yes.
So think about that in mind. Like, give us your picks based on structural, not just staging.
Well, structural, I would go for the third house because of just the sheer space it had.
Was that the one with the like bar thing with the place settings? The third one?
The third one had.
I think that was. The third
I think
one.
what was the bounding point for me was whenever I saw the how far the kitchen was away from the one with the big deck. All right. Well, it had the bigger deck, and it also had.
Wait, we're talking about the basement right now.
No, we're talking. What I'm saying is, if I had to pick one, I would.
No. I'm just trying to make sure I'm talking about the right house. So the third house, the largest house at the first property, had that long black like banister thing that they had set up like a bar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And you're talking about the elevated deck.
Yes, the elevated deck.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like that's more of an entertaining. It can entertain more people, basically. Not saying I'm trying to have like a party house, but I would like to have guests every now and then, and I like for them to be able to breathe when they're at my house.
Yeah, I don't even think I paid attention to the deck on that particular house.
It was pretty.
I paid attention on the second house because you pointed it out to me that it was an elevated deck on the second house.
Third house.
Second house didn't have a deck?
They had like a porch, like the first house.
Oh, okay, I remember now. Sorry, we look at too many houses.
Yeah, it's a process. We're looking to buy in the next 6 months, possibly to a year. God's willing. So hopefully that today was just a dry run of us looking for a house and what we want out of a house and what. But we're talking. We're getting close. We're getting close.
For me, I think the things that I look for in a home is the openness. A lot of people like say they want their house to kind of feel like a home. I do to a certain extent, but I like things to be very neat and clean looking, not sterile, but my mom is a neat freak. So I feel like I want everything to kind of have its own place. I don't like a lot of browns and earth tones. I'm more of a neutral kind of person with a splash of color. So I like the openness. I like the open layout. So the first house for me kind of hit a lot of the checkpoints. The kitchen is the focal point of the home, in my opinion, and so that's a big part of what I look for. And the master bedroom, the places that I spend the most of my time is where I want to kind of be exactly what I want.
But a lot of those things.
But the way that they did have a lot of the homes staged were kind of what we think he would kind of do or transform his basement to, without making a complete man space, but still being
I want to be clean with like dark tones to it, and also I would like that gym. Really was nice.
I actually like that.
Yeah, that was a good.
I wouldn't use it, but
now that's the thing. Like I always thought of it doing when you walk through the door.
Yes, the first house. Speaking of square footage, sometimes people get caught up in the number. Most of the homes that we saw today were over 3,000 square feet, which is the minimum that I personally wanted to go. Larry kind of thought that was big, but I rather kind of stick with around 3,000 square feet. We don't have any children yet, but at least we could grow into that home. And I do have a lot of things. One of the other things that we struggle with in the home that we're in now is closet space. That house, I can say the design of it was very, very good. Whoever designed the home, they did a good utilization of the space, I would say. Closet space was pretty spot on in every single bedroom. Whereas some of the other homes, they were very small.
I would rather get enough space for us personally that we can, maybe enough space for us and a little more.
Right.
Not way too much space and then we got to fill this whole house up full of stuff. Then, especially if you think about it, more space, more house, more money. So all that runs in together. So there's no need to spend money we don't have to spend just because we need like an extra 200, 300 square feet.
But at the same time, it doesn't make sense to go smaller and then you're still paying about the same price.
Of course.
So a lot of factors come into play. We'll probably do more videos on this, but the home buying process is just that. It's a process. You don't just wake up and say, hey, I want to buy this house, and boom, the next day you're like going to do it. Some people may do that, but it's generally a process. So I will say that. So we may kind of bring you along the journey as we progress down this road, I guess.
Yeah, down the road, the old town road. All right. Well, we're done here.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm out. So do you want to do your video now?